Become immortal. Is it time to get hyped? We got a new Evo tab here. In case you're wondering where it is, you head into Evolutions. You're normally on this page here. Right bumper a couple of times into Become Immortal. It's 100,000, so it's not free. You've got to pay for this. And by the looks of it, we're turning an 84 rated into an 88. But the crazy thing about this, right? You might be thinking this looks shocking. It does not end there. Let's dive into it. For cheap and fast EAFC 25 Ultimate Team coins, head over to MMOEXP.com. Link in the top of the description. And make sure to use my code Morsey at checkout to save yourself 8% off your entire order. So this is kind of similar to the Future Star Academy Evos. The way that you can submit a card. This time around we get to pick. Max 85 rated though. So not a lot of variety. By the looks of it, play styles and like alternate positions, they're pretty strict on that as well. But we picked the player 85 and under, and we're able to put them into the start of this Becoming Immortal. And that's the new promo. There's heroes, there's icons, and the whole end game here, which isn't currently available right now. But the stages we're going to take will eventually lead you to a 94 rated with, I believe, 3 playstyle pluses and that icon chemistry. So very similar to the Academy Evo, but done a little bit differently. So initial look here, Centimids only. And it's a pretty crazy boost. So as far as I'm aware, right, let me quickly double check. Bronzes should go into this. So if you're a massive fan of Lewis here, yeah, okay, awesome. So you could basically put any centre midfielder into this Evo. So if you want like a Miles Lewis Skelly, I can't do because I've already got an Evo. You can go for it. Gore, for example, here. By the looks of it, the boost is going to be big enough that they're all going to be the identical card at this stage, which is nice. Still though, 85 rated. Off the top of my head, I can't think of many cards that really like pop up. I know I've still got the Sissoko card. Let me have a quick check. So he's not eligible. Of course he isn't. Taram is though. So Kefren Taram could be a decent shout. Either way, actually to be fair, I'm not too sure looking at the boosts here, because he's already got higher stats. So something to keep in mind if you're putting in a player who is 85 or higher rating like this man, you naturally have higher stats across the board, as well as the one playstyle plus, than what you would if you put in a bronze in. That's something to mention as well, because obviously the caps are a thing. However, this isn't everything. I've also got copy potential, right? So once we've completed the Become Immortal 1, 100k, you pick your player. I don't know how many people are really going to be about this, by the way, because there's not too much in regards to variety player-wise, but we're able to head over to the objective tab. It's a brand new tab, brand new section, Become Immortal. And we're greeted, similar to the Future Star Academy Evo, with 2 little objectives here. Or I say little, probably slightly bigger than little. But available for 2 weeks, so we get 2 weeks in total to get this done. I believe that's how long the Immortal promo is going to be. So looking at this here, an Evo consumable granting a CDM or cam position and relevant roles and stat upgrades of a boost to 90 overall. So I'm intrigued to see how this works, right? So this pick here, 1 of 2 cam CDM. I believe you can choose, say for example, you're putting in Miles Lewis Skelly, who's a CDM, right? I'm assuming you can put him in, not 100% sure, I'm pretty certain you can. You can then give in the cam position as well as the roles that you get, as well as the positions. I'm not too clued up on what these actually are. We might have got a little thread that I'm going to go through in a little bit, which might clear this up. But essentially, it's the progression, right? So we're going from an 84 or an 85, whatever rating you are, up to the 88 in the Evo. It's a bit confusing, isn't it? And then doing this objective will get you to 90 overall. And it looks pretty easy. Okay, so it's all rush based. Win 4 matches, scoring 4, play 6. So a little bit of rush needed. You get some SP and some decent packs along the way. And the other objective is honing your craft. Okay, it's going to be playstyle based, right? Yeah, okay. Here we go. So by the looks of it, you can get all these playstyles. I'm assuming, right? It keeps saying max 6. Max 6 for your... I'm intrigued about this. Are you getting the 2 tokens here? Is it 1 token that counts as the 2 Evos? Are you able to apply all of them? Something I'm not too sure about. Something we definitely have to find out. However, by the looks of it, semi-pro squad battles, it's a bit of a grind, isn't it? Score 3 finesse goals, score 3 power shots, assist 6 goals. So you should be able to do this in 2 games, because you've got to get 2 clean sheets, which is a bit of a pain. But squad battles, 2 matches, we'll be able to get all of these, which we'll run through in a bit more detail shortly. So you might be thinking, okay, so what, 90 rated? Couple of playstyles. Are you really hyped about this? No Playstyle Pluses? Nothing unless they've already got one. Well, this isn't the end, okay? So next week, as far as I'm aware, I'm not too sure on the official release as of yet. They might actually have it in the news tab if I head over here. If not, we'll load up Twitter in a second. We are going to get the third stage of this, which is similar to the way the Future Star Academy worked. We'll get that final juiced boost up to 94 rated, as well as transitioning into the icon design. By the looks of it, loading EA Sports News is not exactly where we want to be right now. But luckily for us, we have actually got in here a little blurb from one of the resident leakers over on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, which I'll bring up quickly, which kind of runs through it. I'll leave a link to this as well at the top of the comment section if you want to go check it out yourself. It essentially talks for exactly what we're going to get here, what to expect. And as you can see on the left, we've got the hero design, then the icon design on the right here. As I said, basically the objectives, you're able to get playstyles, you're able to get a little upgrade as well as alternate roles and positions. And by the end of this week, if you complete every objective, you're looking at, I believe it was, it says 92 overall here with 2 Playstyle Pluses. I'm not too sure where we get the Playstyle Pluses added, as I didn't see any of it. So it might be a later date that these become a thing. But yeah, stay tuned for week 2 of Foot Immortals, where you complete the Become Immortal experience, which is a third Playstyle Plus. Takes them up to a 94 rating and gives them this beautiful icon design. So all the base playstyles, these can be applied to a max 92, awarding up to max 6 total playstyles. Is this like, now one thing I'm not too sure on, is this like all round? So if you're putting in a card that's 84 rated that has 6 playstyles, can you apply these? Or is it a max 6 out of these? I'm going to assume it's a max 6 out of these. And by the looks of it, it's going to be a nice little decision to be made, because we've actually got really decent base playstyles. Depending on the player you use, if you want more of a cam, more of a CDM, Anticipate, Finesse Shot, Incisive, Jockey, the low driven's in there, Power Shot, Press Proven, Chivella, Tiki Taka, Technical. There's some really nice options. So player dependent, obviously you could decide here yourself. If I was to recommend like the best ones out of this, I'm probably looking at like Tiki Taka, looks great in there. Big fan of base low driven. Don't know how effective it's going to be for a centre mid. You never know though. I like Anticipate, big fan of Incisive, Finesse, Jockey, and Press Proven, as well as Technical to be fair. I think Trivella, Power Shot might be the worst out of this, but some decent options. As well as that, okay, here we go. The following Playstyle Pluses can be earned via the Rival Conqueror and Champion Objective groups from April the 8th. So, weirdly, next week, midweek next week, we get the option to get Playstyle Pluses. So these could be applied max 2 Playstyle Pluses. So you can have 2 out of these. So Anticipate Plus, Finesse Shot Plus, Incisive, Intercept, Quickstep, and Technical. Okay, there's some potential here. There really is. For example, Anticipate and Finesse. Anticipate and Incisive. Or if you want like an out and out seriously like CDM based card, Intercept and Anticipate could be a decent play here. And one thing to say, I don't know if you need to claim these straight away, the base objectives. It might be worth just kind of hang firing a little bit, or getting maybe an idea on what plus playstyles you want to be taking. Because obviously you don't need Anticipate base if you're going to be taking Anticipate plus, do you? Let's be real. That's something you want to skip out on. Either way, by the 8th of April, we're looking at a max 92 overall card with max 2 Playstyle Pluses, all of these base playstyles as well, which is nice. So the following Playstyle Plus can be earned via a final paid evolution. Okay. Now, we don't know how much it's going to cost yet. Of course, they're going to milk us with the paid Evo. You're able to get some decent Playstyle Pluses, Tiki Taka, Press Proven, and Pinged. I mean, arguably, the first selection is better. But all in all, it's going to be 3 Playstyle Pluses. So we could be talking Anticipate Plus, as well as Incisive, and even Tiki Taka. Sounds like a pretty crazy break up the play, start an attack, play a through ball kind of midfielder, which I could definitely get behind there. So all in all, once again, a little bit of a recap. I'll leave a link to this in the comment section. We've also got the eligible players, which I'm intrigued to see what we're looking at. Now, I want to hide combinations. I wonder if we got trending at this stage. Now, there's going to be tons of people that fit this, so it might be a little bit laggy. Trending, any options? We do. So, the heavy hitters. Hold up. My man's got 2 Playstyle Pluses already. Of course, some cards do already have Playstyle Pluses, like Enzo Fernandez. But I think the crazy thing about this... Let me quickly double check this, actually. What have they put him into? The Puppeteer. Could be a decent little shout. 94 rated. you're only able to get one extra Playstyle Plus, which by the looks of it as well, heading back to this real quick, it won't be one of these. So if you're putting an Evo that already has 2 Playstyle Pluses into this, like a chain, you're only going to be able to add one of these 3 at the end, which is a little bit frustrating, but the Skelly does look decent. It's a nice Playstyle Plus, but you can kind of expect, right? The lower rated gold, some silvers, some bronzes, some special cards from early games here. Paredes looks good. Adopo, who remembers his card last year, by the way? Unbelievable. This man does look decent stat-wise. I'm assuming, like, yes, he's got 89 shooting. That's great and all. But realistically, I think majority of cards are going to look somewhat similar at the end, just by judging the actual boost for the initial Evo. But you can kind of get an idea at players here. There's not too many crazy must-do options in my opinion. Gravenberg's a nice punt. He could be good fun in there. I would maybe look to go maybe a little bit unique. Loftus-Cheek, maybe without the Playstyle Pluses. You could look at bronze players, silver players, cards with teams that you support. Vitinha will be really nice. Tiki-Taka Playstyle Plus is already on there. So you're only going to be able to add one of this selection here, which is something to keep in mind for sure before you commit. Ndombele, I love it. Joe Linton, I love it. Kante with the intercept already there. Kovacic, there's some decent options. Well, anyway, I'm going to round it off here before I just ramble for way too long. Let me know your initial thoughts. Are you a fan of this? Do you think it's a little bit, or not done maybe the best way? I don't know. We're going to find out more next week when we get updates. I'll drop videos, guys. But hopefully I've covered up a little bit. Make sure to check out the links to read through it before you commit. And once again, there's no rush here. As you can see, 20 days. You don't have to dive straight into it straight away. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you're hyped or not. Subscribe if you're new. On the road to 39k, under 100 subs away. You can help me get a step closer. Enjoy the rest of your night. Catch you later.